All right, hello. We are down here in the lower right. Let's get bigger here. Let's go a little bit bigger. Hey, it's Doc and Mav here with you. Ready, set, live. Today is Thursday, the 21st of February. February. That's it. The most difficult word in the English language to say, and we get 28 days of it. How's everybody doing out there today? Hopefully we get a few of you guys checking in. Just got a small number here setting up. Let's see. We're going to just stall here for just a second to get everybody on board because we've got something important to say. So for those of you that are watching this after the fact, hello. Glad you could join us, even though this is after the fact. We've been working towards today for quite a while. So we do have something interesting to share with you guys today. Something that we've been working in the background for a while. And, well, gosh, I don't know the best way to get on with it. I don't know the best way to really bring this up, but we are going to a services-oriented model moving forward. So in the past, what we've done is about once a month, we've come up with a class that you guys have wanted us to do. We do the class, we sell the class, we add it to our inventory, we keep doing the newsletter. We're going to stop doing that. So if you are a current premium newsletter customer now, you are going to be called, you're going to be joining the service called Ready Set Crypto Omnia. So Omnia is the Latin word meaning everything. So what happens is if you're a current newsletter customer right now, what we're going to be doing is we're going to give you the newsletter. We're going to give you access to all of the classes. We're also going to give you access to all of the community features that are online, plus anything else that we end up doing. So anything that's specific to that Omnia, meaning everything. So you get everything with that. Hopefully that is really good news for you guys, that it just makes your world simpler. You don't have to worry about, well, do I buy this class? Do I not buy this class? I'm on a budget, those kind of things. It just becomes part of your monthly service fee. And we are not going to raise the price on you guys since you were one of our early subscribers. So starting next week, we're not going to do this today. So starting next week, we're going to be moving this to the service model. So again, if you're a current newsletter subscriber, you're going to be upgraded automatically. You will get access to it. So please don't pound on us this weekend. What we also have to do is we have to switch over. This is part 2 of our announcement today. We're going to switch our website over, and I will let Mav tell you about our website.
Yeah, so we've also been working with some of the feedback that we've been getting over the last year. Website version 1 was just meant to be, the best it can be for the time being, but obviously we've kind of outgrown it in terms of need. And
who are you kidding? We're just a couple of schmoes that just threw a website together in WordPress. I mean, so it's been functional for the last year, but we need something that's more better than what it is today.
Yeah, so we've definitely taken into consideration just ease of use, navigation, just a lot of the things that we were getting questions or issues with regarding logging in and password resets and just account management and billing and all that sort of stuff should all be much easier now. And we're also going to make the newsletter archive, our information archive, a lot more accessible, searchable. We're really trying to make this just as seamless as possible, so that we offer you the best that we can in the service realm, in our website.
So we're also re-architecting the newsletter, right?
We are, and so we're trying to look top to bottom, what it is we're doing, what we can do better. This week we are presenting the new newsletter, but at the same time we're also going to be looking for feedback. So we're going to be sending out a survey. We really want to engender as much of your feedback and just what you guys want in the newsletter and what we're offering on a daily basis. And really, we're also going to be trying to just be more active with like the blog type content, the the updates. We're just going to be bringing on more, people to help us, distribute that content more frequently. So we really want to be as active as possible. And this isn't even getting into, all the cool stuff we're doing with Discord, and just trying to make this a more engaged community that really is the best out there in terms of cryptocurrency, in terms of STOs, in terms of decentralized finance. Like, we want to be the gold standard. So that's what we're trying to do right now, is really push things in a much just much more engaging way. Try to always put you guys first, especially you've been with us from the start. We really appreciate that, and we're not going to raise the prices on you. You're locked in. And we want to say thank you. Like, you've helped us make this past year happen, and you're helping us make this next year happen and the years following that. So we're forever thankful for that.
One of the first things that you guys will see that shows this change now, we are talking preemptively, and I got my fingers crossed here because we do have a lot of website transition. If you guys have ever been through a website upgrade, hold your breath. And we have a very, very good team on it.
Yeah.
We tried to upgrade our website with a different team, a B League team, last summer.
Yeah.
And it didn't come off. We had a website that was down for like 6 hours during the day until we finally said we quit. So this Sunday we're going to be switching it over, assuming everything is going to work. And so starting this weekend, you will see a very different experience. And it may be Sunday night, it may be Monday morning. We don't know exactly when it's going to hit. But assuming that does hit, and assuming that everything goes forward the way that we expect it to, the way that we should see it. When you guys see me launch my futures class next week, one of the things that I will talk about is, I will do your typical like Wednesday, Thursday night preview and give like an hour-long sort of class for this, and then encourage people to sign up for it. I will refer to you guys and say, hey, oh, by the way, existing customers, you're going to get this now. You go into your platform and it's there right now.
Mm-hmm.
So you won't have to sign up for anything. You won't have to do anything. You guys will get the futures class right off the bat by default. And so, yeah, I will try to see if anybody wants to buy the futures class just by itself. But what I'm going to encourage people to do is to sign up for the service, which is not going to be the same rate that you guys are paying now. So keep that in mind. Like, you might want to stick on to your subscription for a while. So,
Yeah.
So anyway, those are some of the changes that you're seeing. We've been looking forward to doing this for a long time, and making the transition over to a services model. So I hope this works out for everybody. I hope everybody's happy with this. We wanted to make sure that we didn't disappoint anybody or cause harm or angst to anybody. So
Yeah, and just following up on the point about classes, we're a small business, and so unfortunately we have to be profit motivated, keep things moving along, but at the same time, that sort of constrains us in what we're able to do, especially with something like the courses. If we're dependent on that as sort of our means of getting by, we have to make the courses very appealing for those people looking to get into them. And so now that we're moving towards a more subscription type model, we're able to create courses that aren't exactly so profit driven. And I'm trying to be a little bit frank and honest here with you guys, but like this is part of running a small business, is you have to make things that sell. So now that we're able to make the courses a little bit more not the main focus of our business, we can make courses that are for example, like how do you live with Bitcoin, or these little topics that I've wanted to cover for such a long time. But
yeah, we're right now we're doing master classes because we want to just like dump as much value into this and like give you just a massive resource for these. But we're going to be adding, I guess, what we'll call micro classes for this.
Exactly.
And it may not be one of us either. It may be somebody that's actually within the service that has got a little talent spike in one thing, and we're going to leverage that and bring it on board. And boom, there you go. You got your micro class, just in time training for this. Guys, our intent here is that we want to be the default #1 crypto educational resource. We want to change the business. We want to change the industry away from this shilly, paper thin depth of knowledge kind of crap that's out
Yeah.
there. I mean, this has been Mav's intent from day one when he opened the YouTube channel. And we want to make it easy for people to come on board and just be blown away by the depth of not only the information that we have out there, but also the community. The community is massively important, as we found out in the last couple of months.
Yeah, yeah. So serving you guys as best as we can has always been our intent from the first day we started. This is what I see as the natural evolution of things, especially as we start to grow. We always want to make sure that you guys are the centerpiece of our consideration. Because again, you guys helped us get through this last year. We got through it together, but it's tough. It is tough, especially when things aren't going the way you want in the market. But like what I want for us, together to have is something that we can all utilize and learn from each other and just grow with each other. And hopefully over the next couple of years it's going to be really interesting what comes about. I was just talking to Checkmate, our admin, who is also going to be helping us internally at Ready Set Crypto. He was mentioning that the three pillars, the three triangles of Ready Set Crypto are starting to represent like cryptocurrency, STOs, decentralized finance, and like sort of like we're starting to build an ecosystem here. We're starting to expand our reach and our consideration to be a little bit more broad facing. So I think that's really exciting. I think we are breathing rare air here and doing things that nobody else is doing. And so thank you for joining us on this journey. And we're not slowing down. I hope that's the intent, or that's what I'm having come across, is that we're fully 100% going forward. We are not slowing down. In fact, we're really excited for what we've got planned. So
right. So if you just joined us here, let's see how many people are on. Okay, so yeah, we did add a couple of people. So if you're just joining us, or if you are watching this later on a replay and we put you to sleep for the first couple of minutes of this, what we're doing is, again, we're changing over to a service model. If you are a current Ready Set Crypto premium newsletter subscriber, for any length of time, even if you signed up last week, you are going to be upgraded to what we call the Ready Set Crypto Omnia service. Omnia is Latin for everything. So what that means is that basically you get everything. There's very, very few exceptions, like coaching might be one of those exceptions, like because people shelled out extra money for something that is something that they went above and beyond, and we have to respect that. But basically everything that we have, so every class that we have, every community that we have that's online, right? So that is what you get with the Ready Set Crypto Omnia service. So what people that come on board in the future, I don't want to talk too much about that, but as they come on board in the future, they will be able to elect to join the Omnia service, most likely at a price that's going to be above what you're currently paying. Or they can just pick the newsletter and say, I don't want any of the other stuff. I'm extremely price sensitive and I can only afford this much. So they get the newsletter and that's it. They don't get any online community, nothing else. So people can make a choice, or they can buy one of our classes if they want to. If they don't want any part of the community, they can just buy a class from us. So we will be adding a class. So what Mav and I just talked about here is we're going to try to do one of these master classes every month, depending on what people are looking for. So again, Futures is coming out next week. I hope it's like as long as we can get the website up and going. And then we will also add these micro classes, which are just going to be very point topics that come along. And it may be just a very short, we'll do like a 1 hour webinar on something like that. And it may not be one of us. It may be a different subject matter expert that gives that. But we're focusing on the power of the community. And again, I think this should be good news for everybody here.
Yeah. So Jericho actually has a really good question, and I want to make sure this is explicitly crystal clear. If you are a current subscriber, you get everything previous, everything going forward. We wanted to make that like explicitly clear or included, because we wanted to make sure that you guys were taken care of. And that's, to us, that's what Omnia represents, but it also represents just the integrity that we hope to operate by. We want to make sure that you guys, again, you recognize that you've helped us get through this past year. You are the OGs.
Right. So Jurek is like, what about the old classes that I didn't buy? Well, yeah, you'll get access to that. So here's the delineation. If you bought a class, you will never lose access to that. If you are an Omnia customer, and if you decide at some point in the future, everybody's got their own life to live, right? You say, I'm out of crypto.
Mm-hmm.
You still will be able to access any class that you bought in perpetuity. However, if you rent a class with us because you're an Omni customer, you will lose access to that. So if you pull away from being an Omnia customer, first of all, you will not be able to get your existing rate ever again.
Mm-hmm.
You will only be able to come in at the rates that are off the street. Number one. Number two, you will lose access to any class that you did not buy. If you buy a class, you get that in perpetuity. So we believe that is about as fair as we can possibly be with things like that.
Yeah. And as it relates to things like the Discord, that will also be temporary access, or there's chat rooms, and there's premium content within the Discord that, again, if you lose the Omnia tag, you lose access to that as well. We will be we're architecting the Discord to be to have some public chat rooms. So, for example, the premium newsletters, the new people who sign up for the premium level service, they will get access to a couple chat rooms and be able to interact. But the Omnia customers and you guys get access to all the other ones. And yeah, I think that's as egalitarian as we can make it. That's as fair as we can make it. And yeah, we tried to design it in such a way that we're taking care of you guys, but at the same time we're respecting the people that helped us by or bought a class basically, and that they should be that purchase should be honored.
Right. So, it's like if you're an Omnia customer, it's like playing Doom. You get the yellow eyes on, and you get God mode and everything like that. You get to go everywhere you want. You get to go through walls and everything like that.
Yeah.
And that's what we're looking for. We don't want this Chinese wall, or that's probably a bad term for that in today's world, but we don't want this sort of wall in between. Well, we're Ready Set Crypto and you're just a customer. What we've seen lately has been the walls come down with that, and it's like the power of the community is so important right now for what we're doing.
Yeah, I mean, this really, we were intending to do this switch later on, but when I launched the STO class, maybe intentionally, maybe unintentionally, I included the STO chat room in the Discord, and very fairly, some premium members said, "Hey, that's not right. I don't get access to that. What's going on? I'm a premium member. I deserve to be, I deserve to have it all."
Hands on hands.
Yeah, exactly. And I totally commiserate with that. And so I'm like, you're right. That is unfair. I think we should fix that. And so yeah, I don't want there to be compromises. I don't want people to have to feel like they're being left behind when they're already helping us. Like they're part of the community as a premium member. So Omnia is sort of the response to that, to say, look, it's a buffet. It is a Netflix subscription. You get it all, and it's supposed to be as simple as possible. And you don't have to make the distinction between newsletter courses. Now they're just one service.
Now, for those people that downgrade to just the newsletter only, heaven help you. Because we've got a new marketing guy that's going to pound on these people and force them to upgrade. He's going to be relentless until they upgrade. We really do feel that it's going to be worth the very small premium differential cost between just getting the newsletter versus being part of a community, because that is where, it's something that I learned in college. Like I thought, I was a very stubborn first year student. I was like, well, I can figure this out by myself. And I pulled all C's and there was no way I was going to get into my major until I started working with people.
Yeah.
And it's been proven again and again that the power of the community is where you really accelerate your learning. And so this is why we're doing this. So
Yeah.
are there any questions? Is there anything that we can answer for you guys about this? We want to be as transparent as possible about the switch. Again, give us, you'll see an announcement from us. You'll see the website flip over. All of a sudden, you'll start to see, assuming everything goes well, you'll start to see everything clicking in next week, and you'll start to see us saying different things and talking about this Omnia and everything like that, right? So a lot of people won't get the news, and a lot of people will say, what are you talking about? So we wanted to give you guys are on the Ready Set Live. You're the most engaged people that we have. We wanted to give you the first warning of what's going on.
Yeah.
So again, let us know if there's any questions, if you have any comments, concerns, anything else like that. We wanted to bias this towards our existing customers. We wanted to make sure that you guys were not going to lose any privileges or anything like that. Okay, so Sasha's got, you missed the start. Can you maybe wrap up again with the new offer is? All right, so I'll say this in as few words as possible. If you are a current newsletter subscriber, we don't care what you're paying, but if you're a current premium newsletter subscriber, you are going to be upgraded to what we call the Omnia service. The Omnia is Latin for everything. So what that means is you get access to every class that we've ever done, even if you didn't buy one before. If you have bought a class, that means that you never will lose access to that. Mm-hmm. If you decide to quit down the road, you will lose access to the classes that you were given access to renting as part of the Omnia service. Okay, so everything that you get right now is you get the newsletter, which will not change, although we're re-architecting that. We're going to make it better.
Oh, yes.
You will get access to every class that we have ever done, and you will get access to every community that we have out there in the Discord, which is going to grow and going to expand itself. So you get everything that we do. You will get access to the future classes that we have not even thought of and have not even written yet. So, and those include the master classes as well as the point solutions, micro classes that we're going to be doing. Yeah. So that is what you guys get. Now, I wouldn't worry about what other people are going to do or what they pay or anything like that, because what you pay is what you pay, right?
Yeah. We're not going to ask you to pay a cent more than what you're paying now. We're basically transitioning to a Netflix model, if you will. But also keep that in mind, just like Netflix cycles things out or, adds to its content library, we fully intend to, give our Omnia customers, namely you guys as well, the very best of the best in terms of what we offer. I'm going to be doing my own weekly webinar. Doc's doing his trade school. We're doing Ready Set Lives. Only Ready Set Live is going to be given to the premium customers, the newsletter subscribers, I guess the silver tier, if you want to call it that. Going forward, if we make any partnerships, if we expand our service offering, you best believe that we're going to be adding that to the Omnia content library or service library. And we are not going to ask you to, you are grandfathered in indefinitely.
Now, let me bring this up, because what we're supposed to be doing like this is, and this is something we've learned along the way, is that there's always different levels of value that you can provide. Mm-hmm. For somebody to come in the office and sit with us, would be a very different cost to do something like that. Not that we can really support that. So down the road, there may be some other different type of inner circle. There may be some other different type of interaction for something like that. And we haven't got to that point yet. But for right now, this is everything that we do. This is everything that we do, everything that we intend to do. And this is probably going to be like this for the next couple of years. So
yeah. So probably the easiest analogy I can come up with regarding, if you bought a course in the past, it's like you bought the DVD for the movie, and now we're offering Netflix that has all the movies in it, where you sort of rent them or watch them. But if you ever cancel your Netflix subscription, you don't get that anymore. But if you still have those DVDs, you still have access to them indefinitely, right? So hopefully that's the best analogy I can come up
Yeah,
with.
and part of that is also the time value of money, right? So you learn about the time value of money. Money that you received at some point in the past is worth more than money that you just get today. So, if you made the small investment for one of our classes, good for you. You got that advantage, back then instead of waiting for it now.
Right. Yeah. So for current premium subscribers, we are not asking you to pay any more than what you're paying now. We fully intend to respect the commitment you made, and
Well, I will never say never, ever, 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 but the way that we try to do business is that we don't like to raise prices. I mean, the people that joined us back in January of 2018, if you were able to get in on that rate and stick with it at that rate, you will never get that rate again, even if you quit and try to join back up again. So I encourage you guys to stick with it, because that's what allows us to getting the current base of subscribers allows us to go spend the money so that we can send Mav off to Seattle and go interface with Neo. And, we may be going to other places around, I'm going to New York in a couple of weeks so I can go to the Traders Expo. We can't do that. We can't interface with people unless we've got some, healthy business that helps to drive those things. So it all, we try to leverage our knowledge with you guys as much as possible for this. So it all becomes part of a sort of a collective solution.
Yeah, our long-term vision is to be the go-to place for cryptocurrency education, for STO education, for decentralized finance education, for trading education in general. We want to be the Khan Academy or the lynda.com or Brilliant of cryptocurrency, or really the new investor in this new day and age. We want to be the source of sort of the state of the art in terms of where investors are, where traders are. We want to engender that as much as possible, and how we do that is we continue to grow and we continue to add more to our service stack, and just make it as awesome as possible. And so we're also going to need to expand our service our services, but also the people that we were bringing on board. And this is just, we're looking to transition from a small business now to a bigger one, and at the same time we never want to lose perspective of how we got there and who helped us do that. So that's why you guys are really our rock. That you make this happen. So
if we ever get pompous and egotistical, we want you to come visit us and kick us squarely in the tail end, because that's not what we're about.
No.
So last question: when is the access starting again? There's a couple of things we just decided to drop the bomb on you guys today before any of this was ready.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but it's like we wanted to use today's Ready Set Live as a vehicle for communicating with you guys. So
yes.
First off, what we have to do is we have to change our website over. So you'll see that happen, assuming all goes well, will happen on Sunday, and it'll flip over, and you guys will not believe what you see, because it is really, really nice. So all of this little, look, we were just a couple of schmoes that put together a WordPress site a year ago. So, we basically, we know enough to put one together, but it was not very functional. And you guys have been complaining since day one about the I can't find my classes. Where are they?
Yeah.
So hopefully we fixed that, and that new website will come up. It should be a very short learning curve for you to figure it out. It's not to say that I have never been part of a website migration that didn't have issues. So we fully anticipate that we will have some minor issues that we have to work out. So be patient with us. I would say by the middle of next week, you should have your Omnia access to everything.
Yeah, we intend to go live with the website on Sunday. So please excuse the mess and the disruption to service. We're going to be trying to make it as clean as possible, but obviously things like these just never go how you intend. So we're trying to anticipate that, and we don't want you guys to suffer as a result of this. So, we're trying to have contingency plans in place and make sure that, there's as little service disruption as possible. But, it should be just a couple minutes, because we're only just cutting over the front end. We're not even doing a whole lot in the back end. So this should be, yeah, I'm not going to make any.
Let's under promise and over deliver.
Okay, yeah,
it's
that
going to
works.
be it's going to be absolute hell.
Oh yeah.
The website's it's going to be a terrible migration. It's going to be down for a couple of days. And
Man.
if it's only a couple of minutes, then we'll end up looking good.
Yeah.
So, look, by the time that with this migration finishes, we do have a top-notch team. These guys are like commandos. So I'm very impressed with what they've been able to do, and I think you'll love the look and feel of the site.
Yeah.
I really do. I think this is the nicest looking site I've seen. So Sunday, everything goes well. You guys probably by midweek will turn on access. We'll open the floodgates. Everything else, you guys will get your God tags and have access to everything else, and you can go nuts with what you got.
Yeah. So Jerica, I guess I'll let the cat out of the bag with this one. I'm going to be moving to California next month, and should not. I'm trying to plan it so it's as little disruption to what I'm doing with regard to Ready Set Crypto as possible. But I think you're asking for more long-term effects, or hopefully positive effects, not negative ones. And yes, I fully anticipate to be beginning my own studio space, and just a place that I can put out more content and be surrounded by people that will help me make better videos. I think
Central Ohio is a nice place to live, but it's not necessarily where the center of technology is. If any of you have ever been out to California, like in Silicon Valley or even in Southern California or anything like that, it's hard to explain the effect that you feel, just the proximity effect. Or all of a sudden your IQ just goes up by a good 10 points, and you can't explain why. Even though I won't get into that, but let's say their policies are a little suspect. But anyway, that's my own.
Yeah.
So anyway, but you definitely, there is a certain proximity effect to all that brain power that's in tech out there. So we're anticipating that this guy over here is going to, we're going to be able to look for even better stuff from him going forward in the future. And a couple months after that is like, I moved south, so I don't think it's really going to change much of anything. So South Carolina is not exactly the hub of technology, but for what I do, it doesn't really matter that much.
Basically, the Cliff Notes version is the closer I am to better burritos, the better content that I make. So as long as that. Oh yeah. So how Ready Set Live will continue? We're just gonna
we'll do split screen, just like any other. Just like the interviews that we've done with other bald-headed guys that I bring on. We'll do split screen stuff, and hopefully there's not that much latency where I have to wait 20 seconds for Mav to respond to a question from me.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I mean we're gonna have to play it by ear, and obviously, again, I want to under promise and over deliver.
Over promise and under deliver.
Yeah, I guess that could also happen. But yeah, I think hopefully it's very clear, both from Omnia and from moving and the new website, and just we're doing cool stuff, and we're in a transition period, and we appreciate your patience with this, but ultimately we're here to serve you and give you the best content we can, the best service we can, and we want to make this the best community out there for crypto, and just be this like beacon of truth and justice. And I don't know, I'm getting a little bit on soapbox there,
You're
but
gonna get a spotlight.
yeah,
You're gonna set up the logo and like paint
it. But yeah, I think we're in a transition period, but we. Oh no.
There's the first.
Oh geez. Yeah. But yeah, hopefully it's clear that we are like full steam ahead. We are it's gonna be a rough couple months. Well, not rough, but like we're gonna be kind of in a transition period for a little bit here. But ultimately, we hope that we provide a better service, a cleaner interface, just everything should be better. We'll see. But yeah, I think you guys will be very happy with what we've got cooking, and what we intend to give to you. And again, thank you for making this happen.
Okay, one last call for questions. Any other questions? Anything else that we can help you guys with? I will still be 2.5 hours from now. I'm still going to be doing the last session 4 of Fractal Coaching, so I will see some of you on there. So I'm kind of tap dancing here just to see if there's any final questions or any other comments or concerns or anything else. Again, for those of you that are just tuning in, we are changing our model over to a service model. If you are a current Ready Set Crypto premium subscriber, you're going to be upgraded to what we call the Omnia service, which includes the newsletter, all classes, all communities. So everything. Omnia is Latin for everything. So,
right.
And that will happen more than likely sometime mid next week. You'll start to hear us position things differently. And we think this is going to be a big benefit for you guys. So,
yeah, if we start to get inundated with questions, I might set up a temporary chat room in the Discord. I might just do this anyways, regarding like Omnia Q&A. So if people have questions, having a chat room interface to answer that, so everybody gets the benefit, so we don't do this Zendesk one-on-one, because people are going to have questions, and we want to do the best we can over the next couple of weeks to communicate.
Yeah, and what we found is that the community does a pretty good job of policing itself too with questions. Like
it really helps.
Other people ask questions, and other members answer it for us. So I mean, we can't be everywhere at once. So
yeah.
Okay, guys. Well,
he asked a question about Neo, so I gotta quickly say, they're doing okay. They're like us. They're working on infrastructure changes, but I asked some tough questions and I didn't really get good answers, so I'm a little bit concerned. But we're in.
Did you make somebody cry?
Hong Fei Da.
You made him cry?
Oh, it was the question was like what his favorite book was, and he started crying. Yeah, that might be. Whoops.
If we get a V-shaped reversal in Bitcoin, everything will go up, because everybody will be scrambling to buy every single, S coin out there available. So
yeah, and hopefully that also tells you guys what our intention is as well. It's like we're making this launch right now, and what we anticipate is at or near the bottom, because we want to. We don't want to just constantly be trying to hype stuff up. We want to provide legitimate service even when it's tough, because that's what we do. And you guys have stuck around, and we thank you for doing so. So yeah, I don't know if there's any more I can say on that, but yeah, I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. So
when the going gets tough, the tough upgrade their website. So
yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. And, again, reach out to us on either Discord or email and let us know if there's anything else that we can help with. Otherwise, I will see some of you guys a little bit later tonight. Thanks, everybody.
Look forward to our new site. Thanks, guys. Segue. See you guys.
There goes a sight from my soul.